Um, what time is it? Just after 9 o'clock. Very good. We might do maybe some. We might actually not actually. Sorry. But we still have to do Far Cry. We done it last week. It was last Sunday because the election was on the Finnish election. And we played about half an hour and then it crashed. So we might do that. Not tonight anyway. Probably tomorrow. We play a game or two. We play a while tomorrow because obviously it's Monday. Uh, is a bank holiday technically. So you know. Sorry, I'm having the brain lag too. So yeah, we do that. So tomorrow we do that tomorrow. Yes, that'll be fine. Yeah, do it tomorrow. So we sort that out tomorrow. We'll try and see if we can get it done maybe tomorrow. It's probably 50-50, but to be totally honest. My nails broken. It is all rigged. I'm actually been waiting for what was it? Oh yeah, sorry. There's something my brain works like uh, a horse on fuel. I don't know if I said this, but so it could be all in one. Hmm. Hello, bro. How you doing? So I'm just reading through an out over here. So that was here. I fair play to him, and somebody I used to know in school. Uh, Basically set up his own healthcare kind of company. But fair play to him, and he's only tried. He's pretty same age as me, I suppose. Yeah, so yeah, now I have my full attention, Sally. Everybody's German apparently in this chat nowadays. Um, so apparently everybody's turned into German people. Which I don't know, the mainstream media might not be too happy about that. But yeah, how are we feeling today? How are we doing? How is the weekend going? I know it's been good weather the last 2 days. I was live yesterday. Oh, when I was out and about in Cavan. So yeah, I got a good bit of a suntan now, particularly on my arms. You can see the difference. Because with the gloves on all the time in my hand, you can see how pale it is compared to, if you look down the other side of your arm, you see how pale it is compared to. I don't know if you can see that well with the camera, but you can see how pale the kind of my arm, my hand is because of the gloves. I wear gloves all the time. See, you see, compared to the rest of my arm. Even though it wasn't that old a shot, it was only about 15 degrees yesterday. Hello Tony. How are we today? How are you keeping this good weather? Are we enjoying it? Everybody's loving the weather. Yeah, I said it was good. A lot of people around Bray and stuff at the beaches and stuff. Particularly again the Holt. A lot of people would flock at the Holt. Go to the beach. It's well for some, isn't it? Get fake tan. No, I'm not really too fucked about tans, between us and Tony. I just noticed that, like, I was out in the sun there all day, nearly Friday. All day pretty much. And the same with today. Yeah, my forehead, but that's because I have a hat on. I have a hat on, see. I don't have this hat on, I had a hat on. I usually go out with a hat on. And so I was out nearly all day today too. I only got back there at 8 o'clock. Yeah, but no, even any day, like not even the summertime, like any day at all, it's good weather. Probably people flock like flies to the beach. So, but I said it was more yesterday more than today. Today was breezy enough, but it was still nice. It's giving a bad day for Monday now. Monday's going to be a pissing wet day, I suppose, but not looking too buzzing. Let's put it that way. But yeah, hopefully the weather keeps up in a while. But yeah, so everybody enjoyed it anyway today. Well, enjoy it while it lasts, and if it's any kind of good weather at all. That's what I say. It's always good to get out and about. Fresh air is very good for you. It's very, very good for you, fresh air. Even just going out for a ponder around the place is very good for you. It's good for your health. It's good for your well-being too, of course. And even swimming too. Swimming is the healthiest thing you can do, really. If anybody has the luxury of being able to swim and stuff like that, actually do be careful. But if you can get swimming in this weather too, it's good for your health. Basically, that's what I say. If anybody gets around it. So no other fun happening with anybody. No fun at all. Of course, it's good, very good, yeah. Especially the good weather. A lot of people are very happy now. People were a bit miserable there the last few weeks, but a lot of people are happy now when the sun was out. A lot of people it cheers a lot of people up, having sunny mornings. Compared to the dark days in winter, you woke up, it was dark. And you went home, it was dark. Like I remember even when I was walking during the winter. Like, the summertime cheers people up a good bit, which is good. Yeah, it's a tough season too, yeah.
Station. A guard signal.
So yeah, so no other fun happening with anybody. No other fun. Nobody out doing anything interesting. No interesting fun happening, is there? Yeah, there's one in Ballyconnor tomorrow, yeah. There's one in Ballyconnor. It's mainly a Sinn Féin effect. Not around the town, there's nothing else. I think it's just the one in Ballyconnor, as far as I know. There's Kenneth and Moe, I think. They're doing Ballyconnor. But there'll be obviously Sinn Féin, so there'll be. Yeah, so I think that's the only one. There might be one in Ballygym stuff up that direction. But I know of one in Ballyconnor. I was told of one. So that'll be that, but it won't be that big of a thing. It'll be only a few probably Sinn Féiners. Aye, well that's who's setting it up. The Sinn Féin and Cavan are doing it, so I won't be going to it anyway. But there'll be only about 5 or 10 people there. There won't be many. There'll be the two TDs probably in the council. Whatever they have, we'll only have one council though. Well, party members. Let's put that way in Cavan. There'll be that. That's about it. There's nothing really else happened as far as I know. So, unless again, maybe there's something about Ballygym stuff up that direction. I don't know, but I heard of one in Ballyconnor, and that's all it is. I think. Nothing major, any planned on it. Have a bullseye competition. You remember bullseye years ago? Used to be on. Oh, it was good. It was a good what they call competition. I don't know. Many people probably won't know what I'm talking about, but just Google bullseye, and you kind of would understand what I'm talking about. Like the chase, so like tipping point, a bit different, but obviously without. A bit more skill, I suppose. Then, well, not really skill. Yeah, I suppose it is skill because you obviously have to hit the dartboard, so it's a bit more skill than you just answer the question. I would say. Oh, so Simon Coveney had a great time on St. Patrick's Day, apparently. He spent €40,000 in about a week. God only fucking knows what, basically. So basically, literally, a person would literally... That's literally a person's yearly salary. Like, if you think about that for a second, €40,000 is literally a person's yearly salary. And he spent that within a week. And God knows what he did. Like, the say it was on his flights. Like, what flight literally would cost 40,000? For back and forth, from Ireland. I don't know where he went. He went to San Francisco, I think it was. He went. Hello, Thomas. Sorry, I didn't have to say hello there. How did he spend it? Nobody would ask any questions. Basically, Westbus, basically. The trees are rustled. That's about it. There's no questions asked about why it cost that much. But, Oh, so Norma Foley's had her crack again. So, yeah, the latest insane plan from the Department of Education, because they don't have the teachers right. Yeah, Chinatown for that. Yeah, so basically, I don't know how he spent 40,000, but yeah. Yeah, I talk about it eventually, but I get around to it. Because that's one out of fucking... You know yourself, for all the TDs are big... Like, Eamon Ryan's price is probably about over 100,000 or something like that. Like, it's insane. For him fucking over the China for 5 minutes to... That's what I'm basically. That's really it. You wonder. Yeah, I do wonder. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, Normal 40, fucking insane plan. So basically, the moment teachers literally have to split themselves in two, because the plan is basically the teachers in main subjects like maths and English, the main subjects. Teachers literally will have to be in about 5 schools or what, basically. So they literally have to literally leave one school and go to the other side of the fucking country. Well, not really the other side of the country, but you know yourself. They kind of have to go from here, there, and everywhere. They basically have to run the roads to go to each school because they don't have the teachers. So that's going to go down well. So that's what's happening at the moment. And no word at all about trying to encourage, young Irish teachers that went off abroad to come home. No word about trying to encourage them back by giving them a bit extra money or something like that. Nothing like that. No, God, no, we couldn't do that. Having Irish people come back home, no, God, no. We couldn't do it. We couldn't do it, It's impossible. So, it's great, isn't it? Yeah, but it's insanity what they're talking at the moment. Like, before that, they were talking, Norma Foley, they wanted to end queer breaks. Even though she's on one herself, but, Norma Foley never fucking cares. Basically doesn't give a shit, basically. But yeah, this is going to go down well with everybody. Because let's be fair, they probably will send teachers literally halfway around the country, so students will not have a teacher half the time, basically. And that's the case in some parts of Cavan at the moment, that students literally have classes without teachers for weeks and weeks on end. I think one class in Cavan, for the last 3 months, they haven't had a teacher for maths, because they haven't got a teacher for maths. There's no teachers for maths in their school. So for the last 3 months, they've been just twiddling their thumbs. And they're a junior sort. This is a junior sort class. And nothing's done about it. There's no teachers, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's probably the same with many classes, unfortunately. Like, even when I was at school there 2 years ago, we had a subject in Leaving Sort. What's it called? It was kind of career guidance, I suppose, in other words. We had that, and basically the teacher was off on maternity leave. She had the baby and she was on maternity leave. And basically we had nobody for that classes at all. We had nobody. We didn't even have a substitute teacher for about nearly 5 months in total. From about 5 months. And it was that like we literally got nothing done, but it wasn't our fault. It was the state's fault. Because we done what we could on our own, but obviously we didn't have teachers with no guidance on what to do. So, you know, so the state kind of fucked us over there, but we didn't really care. So they give us full marks because it wasn't our fault that we couldn't do it. Basically, we could only do half of what we needed to do, because obviously there was no teachers, so we got full marks for that. Because it wasn't their fault, because they couldn't get any teachers. There was no teachers in the country to get, basically. Like, even I know in some parts of Cavan at the moment that they get unqualified teachers to teach, because they don't have the qualified teachers. So that's how bad it is at the moment. Even though it's supposed to be 1,000 coming in soon. But watch Christmas. You know, I can tell by the moment. But yeah, we'll be back to Far Cry 5 now tomorrow, and we'll try and get it done. So the game might crash. I don't know if that's a glitch. When the game crashed there last week. It was last Sunday we done it. I said probably the game will crash again. I haven't tried it. I might actually do when I have time, maybe tomorrow. I get that bit of the mission done. If it crashes, it crashes. Because we did do it on live stream, like we don't really have to do it again. So yeah, I'll probably get around to it. Sometime tomorrow morning, maybe I get around to doing that. I do the mission and then we can start something else new tomorrow. That would be the plan. Hello, Zaba, how are you doing? How are you today? How's the Saturday going? I hope we're all enjoying the good weather. For junior sort, when I was in school, yeah, it's probably even worse now. It's even worse now. Like, it's worse now. Especially when you see them talking about that literally teachers will have to leave one school. So say they're in, like, I take for example, I don't know if you know Calvin geography right there, but say for example they're in Ballyconnor, right? There's a teacher in Ballyconnor, she's usually based there in Ballyconnor, and she's teaching, let's just say for the sake of argument's sake, Irish, right? There is a lack nearly of every teacher, let's be fair, woodwork, metalwork and everything. There's lack of all teachers basically. So say she's teaching Irish in Ballyconnor, she's usually based there, she's usually at school there, right? So she has her class in the morning, say she has 2 classes or 3 classes, right? This is a secondary school, and probably the same in national schools, that probably have to happen in some parts of the country. So she has a class from, say the school starts at 9 o'clock, right? And to 12 o'clock, right? She's there. And basically, she has to go to Virginia, on the other side of Cavan, to go to another secondary school, to do maybe 2 hours there. That'll bring her up to maybe 2 o'clock, right? And then she have to go back into Cavan town to do the next 2 hours. At 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, So that's what's going to happen. So basically, teachers, we wouldn't let them breath of everywhere. Basically, we wouldn't the roads. That's literally probably what will happen. That's what's going to happen, isn't it? And that's only going to make more people quit, because let's be fair, people don't want to have to travel the length and breadth of the country to go to work, Especially if you're a young teacher, just coming out of college, you're struggling, a young teacher coming out of college has to, pay for a car, to have it, pay off all the bills, pay the mortgage or whatever, to have a mortgage on the house. They're not going to really put up with it, they just get on the plane and go to Australia and never look back. Get a better picture. I don't, but I'm sure you know the kind of map of Cavan, what I'm talking about. Like Ballyconnor's up at the top, here up the tail of Cavan, and Virginia's down the bottom near County Meath, so from there to there. Then obviously Cavan Town's in the middle, so basically you have to go. So say Ballyconnor's here, you have to literally drive all the way down to here. Then maybe you have to go back again to here, to Cavan Town. So basically go one on the roads. And that's about from Ballyconnor to Virginia. 70 kilometres or so, would it be 70? Yeah. It'd be 70 kilometres and it'd be nearly 80. But. And then obviously go back. So obviously Calvin Foot, but the Green Party be upset. So that's what they're proposing at the moment. Yeah, but that's what they're proposing now, so we'll see how that goes on. I don't know what people think about that. Would people be happy with their children having to have teachers come from half of the country basically to teach them? Hello, Sean. But yeah, so that's that at the moment. But yeah, I just think it's insane to be totally honest. Especially because there's no effort to try and encourage teachers that left Ireland to go to other places to get better jobs, get better pay in Australia and New Zealand and other countries. There's no effort to try and entice them to come home to take up the teacher post and that. Not an effort made. They don't care. Talking about me again, Adrian. Yeah, we're giving out. We're giving out about you. We're telling we might. I don't know. We're gonna. I don't know. It's for you to know. It's for me to know and you to find out. Let's put it that way. Oh. Still quiet. Oh no, what's this? Wish. Also, I got some weird lights, but that sounds a bit wow. I also got these weird, well, not weird, the other one's weird, these ones are weird. Oh no, oh dear. Like, I got these weird lights. Like, this is an only headlight. And it has an only kind of, I've been enough blind people, but it has an only kind of flashlight. Then it has this kind of. So I never seen one of them in my life, like for your head at night time. You know, like that. That sounds, that looks a bit dangerous. But you know what I'm saying, I never seen one of them before. Yes, I think I have a second one, yeah, then. Give me a second. That won't work for me. Of course, why wouldn't it? What the fucking duck the woo? Excuse me. Yeah, this was walking out on, don't know why it was walking up. Got a check by indeed. Yeah, I don't know why this one was walking out of one. Had batteries in it. Must the batteries might have fell out. Fuck it's banjoed. It's banjoed. Don't know why that one, but pretty much the same as that one. But did anybody ever see that kind of before? Like I often had lights obviously with just the only light, but I never had one with that. Yeah, I found it a bit weird. And these are headlights now. They're for your head, put around your head. And obviously the other one's just an only bike kind of backlight. If I could turn it on, it's a bit awkward to turn on this one too. Mr. Price. I just never seen one of them before. I always seen ones with only light on. Why is nothing what's the walk for me today? Yeah, nothing what's the walk for me today. Made in Japan. Probably yeah. I can't remember what I said. At them in the it doesn't say now on the day. Why is this not walking? Nothing is walking for me. Is this even on at the moment? Maybe it's on. Yeah, I put new batteries in them and all that. Yeah, everything's just fucked for me today. I wouldn't mind, but I actually had these two other things on earlier on. Bitch of a thing. Red light, blue light. Yeah. So yeah. How was your birthday, Bethan? I hope you keep well. And I don't know. I have to put new batteries in the minute. New batteries for the light. I saw that later on. Oh, I know, but I just never see came across. Like I never kind of seen it before. You know, I never kind of had one. I suppose. I always just had the only headlight compared to the red one. But I know I was like, I was fucking shocked today when I came across one like that. I was like, what is this? You know, I don't know. Like I thought it was an alien thing. Yes. He wants a lens for the push bike. Aye, he wants a lens for the push bike. He needs it. He'd be out late at night. He's out late at night doing jobs. Only for him and Wine, Dublin City wouldn't be as clean as it is. Him and Wine said every night in the streets there in Dublin City Centre. It's a credit to him. That's why he's so tired when he goes to Dollyon. It all makes sense now, doesn't it? Yeah, like let's be fair, Eamon Ryan just does that for the camera. He gets his bike out of some place and pretends to cycle it. And then when the cameras are gone, right, he jumps around the corner, he goes around the corner, and there's a big Jeep there waiting for him to go home, but a private car to drive and all that. So yeah. Yeah, but Eamon Ryan saying before that in the 80s or something like that, he cycled around all of China like he did in his hole. Like he definitely didn't. But the Green Party's going to get a big awakening now in the next election. Probably Fianna Fáil will get too, but definitely the Green Party's going to get a big shake now. Because obviously people are not too pleased with them, let's put that way. And the same with Fianna Fáil, well the Bajolians, the same with all the parties really in government at the moment. People are not too pleased with them. But anyway. We shall see. Also, they didn't spend $1 billion last year. They had $1 billion left over from the housing section, from the House Department of Housing, to build homes, social housing and stuff like that. They have $1 billion left over, and obviously the excuse was, "Oh, it's COVID. It's Putin. It's Putin." That's why the excuse they didn't use €1 billion to build a few houses. Even though I think somebody done the maths, that could build probably 90 more than probably that's being generous, but about nearly 300 or 400 new homes possibly. Be more, yeah, maths. No, but maths will be over now. Because maths was on here then here at 10. No, it was 9 o'clock. So. What about Dublin? What? Oh, John's talking to you. I know it's going to be. They're talking to me about Dublin. What about Dublin? I seen something there the other day. Some person that was pretending to be homeless, and when a person confronted them that they were from another town, like they lived down the road or something like that, somebody basically trying to con a few bob by the other people. It wasn't too far away from church. It was somewhere down in Kildare or Kilkenny, somewhere like that. They were, I don't know who was it, but somebody pretended to be in, but we were caught kind of doing it. I know. Also, there was some fucker around here. Excuse my language, but there was some fucker around Cavan here at the moment. The guards were trying to get him. He was impersonating the guard. Like I don't know where he turned up. Everybody in the country literally was left looking for him. Don't know where he went. Like he literally was in about 5 places in Cavan, and then he just vanished. So he was trying to impersonate the guard, but God knows where he's gone now. Hello, Stephen. Sorry, I was giving out him because he's a bit of a scumbag. He's going around to elderly people's homes pretending to be a guard. Not really fair on him. But technically, didn't get anything. People wanted him very quickly, but the guards were very slow in getting him. But yeah, no, it's just all about that trust. They tried to pretend to a guard and stuff like that. Trust, that people will question them basically. But fuck knows where he's gone now, and I love to come across him. Oh no, it isn't the false flag going. It's just a con man going around pretending he's been the guard. That's literally it. Because apparently he done the same in another county. Like it's just a con man going around. He's calling to elderly people like your granny, Tony, or things like that. He's just a con man trying to get a few bob out of people, particularly elderly people that have dementia or Alzheimer's and stuff like that, or that wouldn't question like out or something like that. Yeah, there's some people are begging that don't need it, that was down in Kilkenny or Kildare or something like that. I seen it was there last week. And the person lived somewhere in a town not too far away from it, and was just pretending to be homeless to scam a few people out of a few bob. Like there's people like that nowadays, unfortunately. And then there's generally people that need it, But it's unfortunate that there's people out taking advantage of people. Yeah, Italy is but scams in general have kind of on the rapid. There's a lot of text messages and stuff like that happening all day, every day of the week. Particularly, a lot of people in Cavan, a good few people in Cavan actually were conned by this people pretending to be on post. And saying that you have a package, ready to be delivered. You just need to pay €1 something. You have to click this link, and it goes to An Post, because you owe something like €5, €1 for a package. And many people are like, oh yeah, I got a package there last week. Maybe I owe €1 on it, right? Because this new duty fee, if it's outside the European Union, you have to pay an extra tax on it. And people are like, oh yeah, I got something last week. They don't take. So a lot of people have been conned out of that, but not by much now. They've only been conned for a few hundred, actually, not too much. Not too much, but still at the same time, it's a lot of money to some people who don't have it. So yeah, just anybody sees anything from An Post, please, if you have ordered something, please check with your post office. Don't click any links or messages or emails and stuff like that. Go into your local post office and inquire about it. That's what I just say to people, because it is dangerous. It's a scam. Or if anybody's impersonating the revenue or anything like that, ring the revenue and ask them. Don't engage with. They won't contact you unless there was the only way revenue or particularly revenue, again, there's a scam going around with the revenue. Anyway, the revenue only contacts you by letter or by phone call. And obviously they would have your details, so they won't need your details. Because somebody came to me saying they were looking for the address and looking for the PPS number, but the reason why they were looking for it, because obviously they wanted to impersonate them and take their identity and probably make a fake bank account to transfer money or something like that. So you have to think about these things. Yeah, go from the get go. But if you have ordered, I always say, well, ring or go to your local post office or if it's the revenue, to contact the revenue. Because again, they're the most scams, and then obviously there's some on Garda Síochána pretend to be on Garda Síochána, saying that they need your bank details or something like that, your credit card was found or something like that. Again, just don't engage. If you do feel like if you feel it might be legit, the best thing to do is go into if it is on post, go into your local post office. If it is on Garda Síochána, go into your local Garda station. Don't click any links. Don't engage unless it's legitimate, unless you see it as legitimate. But there's a lot of things. Again, it's dangerous out there, unfortunately. So yeah, and then particularly obviously Amazon. There's a lot of people, particularly a good few people probably use Amazon here. You know. Oh, yeah, that actually happens too. Yeah, a lot of people say, an investment corporation. I haven't known anybody who heard about it, but in different countries, people bring up, I'm an investment corporation. If you pay something like 30 something thousand or something like that, you get 50 billion euro back. Basically, if you invest this 32 tower, and again, straight away, as soon as I say that, keep out of Bitcoin, keep out of all that, keep out of it. Don't go near it. There's far too many scams happening here across the world with Bitcoin and with all these kind of microtransactions and stuff. So my advice is the best thing just to stay out of it. That's my advice. There's far too many people being conned about it and losing millions and thousands of euro. So it's better just stick with the gold standard. Then at the moment, because it's just for your own sake, basically. Because again, unfortunately, people have lost thousands and thousands of euro. And it's not right for some scammer that never worked a day in his life. Scams is often an elderly person that worked all their life to save up for the retirement, to enjoy the retirement. And somebody takes that within an instant, trying to pretend that this, that, or the other was not right. And there's a special place in hell for people like that. So, along with many others too, there's a special place in hell for particularly politicians too. Yeah, sorry, Davey. Yeah, just give me a second. Yeah, but it's generally just all a big scam, basically. Bitcoin and stuff like that. I don't see it as legitimate. Maybe you can become rich, but the vast majority of people, they're scammers and they're just trying to get your Bitcoin and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they didn't have any right to go. Like again, these two people were just arrived on a boat. The government gives them handouts and stuff like that. They never worked a day in their life. Let's be fair. They just turn up out of the blue and just think they're entitled to this woman's €500 million. Like let's say it's $500 million, right? I'm not saying she had a $500 million or something like that, but let's just say she owned that all her life. She worked since she was 14, blood, sweat, and tears, and somebody to come along and being like, yeah, this is mine now because I'm entitled to this because I'm a scammer. It's not right now. And technically, there's YouTubers. Yeah, the good thing about it is there's YouTubers out there like Jim Brown and Kim Boga and stuff like that. They do track down these scammers and give them a good taste of their medicine. If we had more of them, they should be employed. Jim Brown and stuff like that should be employed by the Irish government, to be totally honest. You think they actually would employ him? Like if I was in the Irish government now, I'd be like straight away we should employ him. We should employ him into the to the crime prevention unit of An Garda Síochána. History debunked. Heard of his channel. I don't think I watched it. I heard of his channel before. But yeah, so them YouTubers doing a good job. They're actually doing better than some of the authorities are doing. So, but yeah, just to be wary of scams. That's my main point. If it seems, again, as I always say, if it seems too good to be true, it's not true. Let's be fair. If you see something that's brand new iPhone, top of the range, never used, brand new in its case and everything, and it's only €15 plus delivery €3, right? Let's say, so that'd be €18, right? And it's cost about €5,000 in the shops. You're like, that's too good to be true, So, think before you press anything. Also, Head of Hubridge is not happy with people at the moment. Just randomly. As you do, you just shout it out. And we'll probably go in a few minutes' time, innit? We're not hanging around for too long tonight. We're not hanging around for too long, innit? Have a bit of a break in the morning. I take an hour or two just to have a sleep on. After walking all weekend, I take a bit of a breather. Also, Taiwan is not looking too busting at the moment. Oh yeah, I have something to talk to you all about at some point. In about, we say, in another month's time, I talk to you about it. We talk about it then, I suppose. But we wait and see how it plans out. I was gonna let the cat out of the bag, but we're not let the cat out of the bag yet. So, bussing, yeah. Japan's bussing at the moment. Let's put it that way. But Japan's kind of over the wall. Oh yeah, I think you meant to say the real China. Yeah, is bussing. Well, it should be bussing. Yeah, well, the two populations are fucking insane. Like, they are literally insane populations, China and India. And Japan, too, is getting up high. But Japan is... There's an aging population in Japan. Japan's people are getting older more. Than basically, the birth rate in Japan is declined heavily in the last few years. So China and India kind of are busting, I suppose, in terms of population. Pretty much the same with Indonesia and all that right now. But Japan's not doing too well in population. Anyway, I think a lot of people in China are kind of fed up with the communist government in China. We've seen it during COVID, people openly defied Xi Jinping and the CCP. People openly defied them on the streets. So, it can happen if people want it to happen. And basically, the Chinese government were powerless to kind of stop these people from being on the street when they did riot about the lockdowns and stuff like that, they were kind of powerless. They had to kind of back down a bit, basically, because they were afraid of people openly rebelling, like, going into armed rebellion, I suppose. Just in a lot of cases, the police, were outnumbered in some parts. So it can happen. It can happen. But I think the Republic of China would be happy, they probably would want to govern all of China again, because that's their claimed territory. Taiwan is the Republic of China is the official China. It's the legitimate China. That's the way I see it now. YouTube would be like, delete this fella. He's denouncing Xi Jinping. Eamon Ryan would be after me now. He'd be on his bike now tonight after me. He'd be coming down here at 9 miles an hour down to Cavan to deal with me exclusively. And then John Cena too is coming after me too, because he's not happy too. But the only thing I say, the only people who stand up to the Communist Party in China, the only people that do it is South Park. That's the only mainstream or video game or comedy show that would stand up to the People's Republic of China is South Park. No other company, because I see there's big money to be made in China with Hollywood and stuff like that. So they always kind of suck up to China, bend over backwards, in other words. So in fairness, South Park is the only people that kind of have the ability to kind of trigger China more than anything else. Benjamin. Another 5 minutes, Anna. There probably will be a new world law there in China at some point in history, because obviously years ago, it wasn't looking too busting too, because there was obviously hundreds of rebellions all the time in China, with the Qing dynasty and then, so. By the ghetto, I'm just about to go now in a second or two, and I'm going to leave for tonight. But tomorrow night we'll be live for longer now, because we will try and finish Far Cry 5. I know, but it can all change very quickly. You might not think, but it can all change very quickly. It only takes one spark to light a fuse. Have an Easter egg hunt. How would we have an Easter egg hunt? Green, hello, how are you going to be? Yeah, we can all see where Eamon Ryan gets his ideas from. Let's put it that way. But they don't implement them in China, obviously. They're not too interested in wind farms and, green energy and all that. They don't really care about that in China. It's all about coal and, they're not really going to give up the coal and stuff like that. So, we can kind of see where Eamon Ryan gets his lunatic from. But yeah, like they won't do it in China. That's one thing for sure. So that's why even Eamon Ryan wouldn't even bother saying it, because he kind of knows they kind of would probably throw him into the river. Let's put it. The bit when starts speaking Finnish. Everybody's catches on to a bit when starts speaking Finnish. Also, we will write the letter next week, right? I think people know what I'm talking about. We write the letter next week. We get it done at the end of the week or so. Wished, I wanted, man. Wished, hold the wished. Hold your wish, Johnny. And I've been on the coast for 20 years and I never leave it. Don't you feel? One time they tried to get rid of me, but they wouldn't take me out on the sea. Oh, keep the shovel tipping, you won't feel the time is slipping. Come in time, go home in time, and take your time all day. Oh, keep the shovel tipping, you'll feel the time is slipping. Come in time, go home in time, and take your time all day. Yeah. So, Deutschland, I don't know, something about Steiner. Steiner was a Bethany about it. Metal in the county bar. So yeah, anything else before we go? We're just about to go anyway, so we're just about to pivot on for the meat. Food to meat. So anything else? Now is the time to say it. Yeah, we're fully going all German. Everybody's getting to the German, start speaking German. So yeah, anything else before we go? But tomorrow night anyway we'll be live for a long time because we have to finish Far Cry 5. I'm gonna leave him finish. If we can get to 95% of it done, I'd be happy enough, and then we can finish the rest Monday. So I think that's all she wrote for tonight. Anyway, so look, that was nice. A good stream and a good stream, good stream. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Finish off Far Cry 5. Most likely tomorrow evening again. Probably be a bit later now than tonight. Again, depending on the weather. That's depending. If it's a rainy, shitty day, we might do it a bit earlier. But most likely, it could be this time. It could be 11 o'clock most likely. So yeah, take care everybody, and I talk to you tomorrow. Good night for the moment, and take care. Bye.